He's just used a speed move. He's got a heck of a spin move, too. I saw him do a move on Penei Sewell.
This is one of those you just can't explain it, and here's why. All week long, all Baltimore talked about was we have to block teams.
But because he is so quick and so aggressive, he's able to win. And that time he got around him there on third down. Great play. But, of course, when they have to protect their quarterback, last one was a coverage sack. This time, Jalen Carter
Off, because if he hits Woods in stride, I mean,
It's a little bit of them. And what's crazy is they're sliding to Lamb. If you're Kendall Lamb, you can't get beat outside.
Just look at the effort here by Bosa.
Their second timeout.
Just retracing. They call that coming out of the stack.
52 seconds on the game clock, please. 52 seconds. Thank you.
Bosa said he played through more pain.
When you explode that much really into the defense, nothing Swift can do. Again,
One-on-one with him, and don't give Steele any help. Eventually, Hunter's going to get home. They had a back in the backfield.
6.5 sacks if they give him the full one there. But the last couple of games, he has simply just been dominant. You see,
Untouched. He's been a great addition to this unit. Now, they don't have Will Anderson.
Bosa, they had plenty of protection against Bosa. There's a great chip right there. Here comes Cody Ford. And then Burrow just... Mike, we've watched quite a few of his snaps now, and he's going against Rashawn Slater. One of the better guys is that a lot of times he will start to the edge and then turn it into a power.
The tight end, that's a big-time negative play. Terrific job with the physicality at the point of attack.
He has to help Abe Lucas here on the right side. No one comes. Charbonnet's got to take that edge of Bosa off.
If he didn't get him, it was going to be somebody else. Fulton was sitting right there.
tough thing to do. When you pull the guard, Wiley's got to kick down and make this block. Gets off the line of scrimmage a little bit slow.
Barnett with the defensive score. One-on-one with Derek Barnett, and he comes in, makes the play, and then he's also able to get it after it bounces around and run it in. So Barnett forced the first.
Sweat cleans it up. Watch this move right here, that club, and then he's got the quickness to be able to affect that quarterback, makes him step away. Get upfield. Watch how he has a feel and understands that Hurts may get underneath him. His vision is on the quarterback, becoming one of the best interior defenders there is right now in the NFL. You see that, how he uses his hands, eyes in the backfield. He plays it almost like a linebacker with his instincts.
For Zach Martin, number 66, he just, it doesn't slow him down at all. So it's just these guys.
Derek Stingley nearly had his second interception of the night.
Yeah, and I think he probably should have.
These unusual, when he's off balance, changing the arm angle, throws.
He's right down here at the bottom of the screen. This is just a hustle sack. He got the chip from the tight end, gets around the tackle.
Hines Allen's the unblocked player at the top, and they're just counting on him staying.
Coming across by Joe Alt, never got there to pick him up. They're in a pinball machine. Bang, bang, right to the quarterback. They do all these stunts, and they're all so quick. And their reaction and
got to call those misdirections when you feel like they're there. It's not necessarily a call and run type play. And
Juice Scruggs, he just doesn't have his eyes up. Or
Jones almost got to him here, Tone.
Well, if you're going to leave him one-on-one, he is going to wreck the game. And that is a mistake right there for Buffalo. If you're going to go ahead and throw the football.
Give them credit. Jesse Minter, they have been down here all night. If the Bengals could have scored touchdowns.
Point on the field as the pass was tipped. It's an incomplete pass.
Yep, it was going forward.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
How about Bud Dupree adding to the party here, coming around the edge, and he has been getting a lot of.
And now Mike McDonald, he's going to take a timeout and now try to take advantage of this second and real long, working on the top.
In a tough spot, they're having to help up here, and all these stunts are starting to get home inside. So Tui Pelotu just right up there.
If in the blocking scheme up front that Ben Powers felt like he thought Luke Wattenberg.
Gary here at the top of the screen going on Jones, and that is a power rush from an explosive man. They need him.
Well, this is what you want from Fisk up top, and they're using that level rush. They never get behind the quarterback, and then he snaps back up as soon as he sees.
Zach Martin, the all-pro player for many years, who's tasked with blocking Tim Southern, isn't having the year that he's had in prior years, but he's been the best of the interior guys, and he just beats Juice Scruggs.
They're going to put a spy in here, and that's going to keep Herbert from taking off and running with this thing. It was Hendrickson that got the pressure first, and then unbelievable plays. Watch the shooting, the gap right through here, bouncing, diving.
It's just starting to wear down here on the right side. It's a lot of dropbacks, a lot of pass pro, and
It's going to be the guy with his hand down right there, just straight up the field, the penetration. And this is, and the decision for me right here with Ray McCloud, that's one of the reasons you're there for, is to give a little bit of help. And Nick Benito right here, number 15. I mean, he's on that upfield shoulder, but John Robinson has to be there. If he's not there, he's got a direct path. Yeah, I tell you, Zach Harrison is playing well right now. Number 96, he's going to be the one that's coming upfield. It's his right shoulder.
Head coaches, they just rave about him. Not only the on-field play, but the communication, his ability to get guys.
And if you went back and you took a look at the play before, Caleb McGarry got rolled up a little bit. I don't know if that had any impact right there, but Jonah Ellis.
Your ability to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Don't let him get outside of this area. Keep him contained. Nobody gets here. If he stays in here, you win. And they do an excellent job of that. When he steps up, you're right there to get him.
And there's McGlinchey right there going against Matthew Judon, and he's just going to bull rush him, kind of get under this pads. You can see.
So the tackle comes upfield. That's Gross Matos. Leonard Floyd comes behind. And it's Laken Tomlinson and Charles Cross, the left guard and the left tackle.
And Bobby Babich, the D coordinator. There's the spy, but it's the pass rush lane integrity. Don't let him get outside. And if he does, you go right now. And there's Bernard. Perfect timing.
After the last couple of opponents that they played against, you're talking about Lamar Jackson. You're talking about Patrick Mahomes. Kirk Cousins is
in the flat. They're going to try to pop McCaffrey. Fast flow into the flat. Jawan Jennings is the crack player on the edge and was really well defended.
Not going to be successful. He had Devontae Adams streaking down the right sideline, but didn't have enough time to be able to get it out there.
Frustration on the face of Levis. They're going to bring everybody up, and it's only going to be a four-man rush. But Jones, like it's been all game long, the front four on a four-man rush has absolutely dominated.
Well, Turner got in behind these pullers. They're going to pull to the left inside, but they're just going to own this line of scrimmage right there and push guys back. Gosh.
That's a nice job by the secondary. We'll take a look at them and what Jameis Winston is looking at. He sees nothing. The check down isn't there either. Smartly pulls it down.
But you have two people over here to block Van Ginkel coming off. So you have a tight end on one side. He chips him. Okonkwo chips him. And then Petit Frere, he's not really helping. He has been exceptional all season. Taking the ball away and just being a menace at the line of scrimmage. But
you know who else shows up big time? It's Kyle Hamilton, 14. And there's Smith, as you're describing, running through.
That's Obo Okoronkwo, gets around Trevor Penning and gets his hand on the football. Derek Carr smartly gets on that football.
It's been almost the entire game. The Minnesota Vikings are just winning their one-on-one battles. And this is a zone read keep, and this is one you got to hand it off. Grenard does not even respect what they needed. You see Kenneth Murray, number 56. He starts out at the line of scrimmage, and then he's going to pull out into coverage. You get a really good pass rush that makes Darnold escape. Murray comes out, and finally the Tennessee Titans defense
just drives right through him. It was a double team off the initial jump from Quentin Nelson, but as he goes off, Shane Steichen dialed up a shot downfield. He's trying to look for Alec Pierce running a corner route, but he just runs out of time, and you give the Jets defensive front a ton of credit.
Absolutely remarkable. Watch 93. It's interesting because it was decent protection earlier. Play action pass.
Calais Campbell throws Mayer out of the way. You're not going to have a tight end blocking Calais Campbell very long at all.
With 36 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, this has to be disappointing because you have a tight end over there to Chip Van Ginkel. And look how wide he gets. The fact that he could just get so wide.
To watch right in the middle, because this is where it's all going to come from. This is where the action is. They actually brought an extra guy, and that allowed Broderick Washington to break free.
To use their last timeout. He had time initially. Nobody's open. That's actually where you don't want to throw it away.
There's an excellent individual effort of getting off the initial block by Bortolini. And for the Jets right now, somebody has to make a play. And to start it off right there.
And give Baltimore credit because this pressure is making Russell Wilson hold the ball a beat or two longer than maybe he wants to or should.
Well, look at this pick game by Kobe Turner right here. He's going to go slow first, and then Fisk is going to come ripping through with that loaded front. Three defensive.
After Anthony Richardson, you're going to see Quincy Williams coming off the edge right here, and he forces Anthony Richardson to hold up as he's trying to roll out to his right. Not able to get him down, and there's nothing.
They do it this time, and now they're coming off the field.
Yeah, and as soon as they got down to the 1 yard line, all the defenses down here on the right side of their sideline, Grover and Buck.
Watch Big Benito just with the bull rush against Parham. This is awesome. That's 325 pounds. Stiff arms him and then just pushes him back. Minshew has to step up. He
up on Olu Fashanu, and he wins this battle right here. Gets around the edge, hooks that outside arm, and is able to turn the corner. The Colts
a three-man rush, Spiro. So they're only coming with three. A three-man rush, and in this game so far, at least in passing situations.
And he has been as big a piece as any on this defense.
Yeah, it's just right up the middle. Again, you see the confusion that it causes.
And these are the plays that he's got to get out of his system. Watch the inside guys and the movement from the two defensive tackles that are lined up. It's a stunt. Here comes Tyree Wilson around. Tua's got to throw the ball. I mean, right then. I know he did a nice
Dean with you with that motion, so you think the numbers to your advantage. You run the quarterback counter. They've been running the counter with Robinson. Follow Saquon Barkley. Luba, you'll see, but you'd love to see Barkley take a few more steps to draw the defense to him. But instead, that happens so quickly that the defense.
So they're going to do a delayed blitz. Step up, step back, and then rush again. Because I think Burrow saw this as a four-man rush at this point. And as he scrambled out, it was that man.
Ellis is going to run the long loop all the way around these guys and finally get to Stafford. Long developing play. The picture change. Well, watch Christian Ellis right here. They're putting these backers in the B gaps and bringing pressure from the outside. That's the same pressure that got Christian Gonzalez the free run that Stafford beat with the throw.
Yeah, Tennessee's coming with an all-out blitz. Cover zero and planning on they're going to have one extra guy. They make Darnold flush the pocket. He wisely throws it away.
On the play side, and then you chase it down from the backside. And the one thing I think you'll see out of the Bengals